Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios, this is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Well, top of the morning, everybody. As fate would have it, we're not in the room. We had a good streak going, too.
Yeah, we did.
It's my fault. You know how some get car issues and you have to sometimes share one car.
Or you get your catalytic converter stolen and you got to
Or you get something stolen. Yeah. My car's out of commission. It's not broken down. It's being used. And so we're having an issue today. So we're down to one car in this household. And so me being the man, I will sacrifice.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. Now, I got to take a road trip later, so I've got to have the car back to me. But I'm happy I want to make sure everybody gets to school on time, gets to work on time, and all that kind of thing. So if we have to do our show from my little makeshift studio at my house, so be it. Good morning. It is In the Building. You know, I always refer to that funny. Not that I believe in this, but it is funny, the Bill Burr bit where he's like, and women always complain that the man averages $1 more an hour for the same job.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Burr's like, well, we deserve $1 more than women.
Right.
Because car breaks down, who sacrifices? Man does. Somebody breaks in your house, her ass ain't getting up to go check on it. You are. We on a ship and it's sinking. Guess who gets to get on the dinghy first? You do. So that's why I get $1 more an hour. I'm not saying I believe in that. I just think it's funny.
You do. I'll just stand on it. You believe that shit.
We got money already. $50. What's up?
What's up, Geechee SA?
Somebody got paid on a Thursday. Thank you, man. Here is the first In the Building 50 drop today. Keep rocking. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Y'all can dogpile on that tip, and y'all jump on Geechee's tip and give us your own tip.
I think in honor of Wemby, everybody should tip 50.
Oh, that's a good bit. Oh, I need more coffee. It just
Come
occurred to
on,
me.
man. Come
Oh,
on,
okay,
come
it's
on,
a
Mike.
steady drop. Oh,
That
badass.
went over
Okay.
his tip went over your head like a carry-on.
Right
Yeah.
over this big old hairdo I got.
What the fuck is this?
Right over my head. Well, let's all donate $50 to the local podcasters in honor of Wemby dropping 50. Now that's making it all about us.
Yeah,
you,
dig.
you don't have to be. It don't have to be 50. 5. Anything with a 5 in it, or it
All
could be
right.
500. Anything with a 5 in it. That's what we want today. Let me hear
Yeah.
from you. You can super chat your $5. You can also jump on and buy us a coffee too. We got the buymeacoffee.com/loveyouhardtv link that LG always puts into the chat. We are on. So all these old people that I've been bitching about, I'm not trying to hurt no one's feelings, and I've actually probably stepped on some toes of people that are friends of mine because I bitched about people acting like, well, I can't find you anymore because you're not on ticket 760.
Oh yeah.
Rudy's not on 12, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Look, man, y'all are out of excuses. We're on YouTube. We're on Spotify. We're on Twitch. We have a TikTok account. We have a Facebook account. We are on X. And for those that have jumped ship to go over to Blue Sky, Jack Dorsey's new Twitter-ish app, we're on Blue Sky now, too. But we're
Do I
really
need
trying
to
to
get?
I don't know. Do we need to get it,
download?
LG?
Do I need to get one, LG? Should I get a?
Love You Hard has one, so hold back. We'll see.
All right,
All
I'm gonna let yeah. I'm gonna. I appreciate that, LG. LG's done a. LG is he's got us up on Twitch this week. We're on Blue Sky. That's a good thing. It's something that I don't have to worry about that he can take care of content wise. We have to show trust in him though. We have to trust him that he's going to man that thing and make us all look good because I don't have access to the Blue Sky. Actually, he did just give me access to our TikTok page the other day. Not that he wouldn't have, not that he was holding out. I
Yeah,
just
you
finally
never
got
asked
around.
for it.
I
You
just
never
finally got
asked,
around.
yeah.
Hey, dude, give me the passwords to the. Rudy, do you have the passwords to our TikTok account? You should.
I only have
You
my
should, man.
TikTok.
All right, and of course we're on. We got an Instagram page. We're on anything, and you can watch our shows, stream our shows on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, all kind of stuff. Twitter.
So what? So how does Blue Sky? What's Blue like? Talk to me about this Blue Sky, like, because this guy sold Twitter to Elon. What is this? Is this a anti-Elon, or is this just got bored, got a bunch of money? Like, you know what? Let me put another one out there and see what happens. What's going on with this Blue Sky thing?
Educate us, LG.
I wouldn't say it's anti-Elon, but
Okay.
it's just it's kind of like Twitter, but it's a different concept because they use
How?
different the way they do their servers, and it's just different.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's not
Okay.
like it's ad. They generate revenues from ad, but it's not like in your face like Twitter is.
Now let
the
me
ads
ask you
are on
this,
the
LG.
side.
The word blue. Is this a bunch of lefties? Is this for a bunch of lefties?
I mean, it's been around for a long time. Like,
Okay.
we've
No,
actually had an account for about 3 years. So,
Oh,
yeah.
Wait a
it's
minute.
nothing
We've
new.
been on Blue Sky for 3 years.
Yeah. I made an account like the day it was released. You had to get an invite. What's up for
Okay.
the new subscriber here on Twitch?
what up?
In my defense, I didn't know we were on Blue Sky for years.
You're over there with the lefties, Mike, where you belong.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. It
I haven't
depends
been
on the
posting
topic.
there, but I just want to say I'm going to start reposting there because all the Swifties went over there, so they got like a 40 million like hit the other day. They're number one on the App
Dude.
Store right now.
I saw that. I was like, yo, I don't remember who posted it, but they were like, oh, Blue Sky got a huge hit today. I didn't know it was because of the Swifties.
Yeah,
Oh, they
and
couldn't
now
get their
like a
girl
bunch of
elected,
people are
but they got
following.
people
So
on. They can handle an app. They just couldn't get their lady elected.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, we need to get our name out everywhere. So all I'm doing is
Well, the-
reposting our shows on there. So
Well, you got to remember, a bunch of Swifties can't vote.
yeah. What's cool
Well,
about Blue Sky is like you can post YouTube videos in the feed and they'll play.
Oh my
in
God,
the
I
feed
love that.
natively.
You don't have
Yes.
to. You don't have to.
No, you don't have
I
to go
hate-
anywhere. Everything plays
I
like
hate
right
that.
in there.
Like, that is
Yeah.
one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, and I have to deal with it with the Base Bite show. Like, if I post the YouTube, the AF live clip, and the thing is, it shouldn't even be a thing. It's just humans are so effing lazy. It shouldn't matter. It's literally one click. But due to the fact that we're lazy, the most lazy people on the planet, Americans, we refuse to click the link. They're not gonna click the link. Now, if it just pops up and it's playing, they're like, "Oh, I'm here." But God forbid your fat, chubby fingers and your fat ass with your lazy ass, you haven't done anything in your life in the last 3 years, would have to actually subscribe or click on something. You lazy schmucks. You lucky Mike said we're going to, watch our mouths. So I'm watching my mouth, you lazy schmucks. So that's a plus for me, LG.
It is a plus. It is a plus.
But only because people are so lazy.
Yeah. The subscriber that just hit us on Twitch is I'm a freaking bot. So I hope they're not a freaking bot. I hope you're a real. I hope they're trolling.
I'll take a bot. A bot equals a follower. You know how many people get money on social media with a bunch of bot followers because they bought them?
Yeah,
I know a lot of people.
They have like 2 views and 5,000 subscribers. Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
The thing about it is on Instagram, you can tell like dude will have 150,000 followers and get 30 likes. I'm like, bro, those are all bots. You bought those followers.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing that.
I'm a freaking hot bot says he's not a bot. LMAO.
Okay.
A bot wouldn't write.
That's exactly what a bot would say, but okay.
Really? Oh, okay.
Bots are thoughts, Big Al.
Look,
Bots
man,
are thoughts.
All I can say is the point is that we're on you can find our content on every platform there is. If you want to watch our full length in the buildings, if you want to listen to them, if you just want to watch our shorts because you're eating up with ADHD, you just want to you prefer X, and so you want to watch us on there. You can watch this show anywhere known to man in America. So we're out of excuses for I can't find y'all. I don't want to hear about that anymore, mijo. It's on you. All right. And not only are we on everything, on every platform, Rudy and I continue to press the flesh, as they say, as we continue to get our show out on the road. Come let Rudy touch your hair on Saturday at 24/7 Church, where he and I will be doing a special edition of the Longhorn postgame show / in the building extra, whatever you want to call it, live from 24/7 Church in San Antonio, Texas, at 1604 Judson Road. We are there to celebrate and have a good time at the Alamo Card Show, the annual Alamo Card Show, a massive sport memorabilia extravaganza, not just sports, but Pokemon and Monitos from G.I. Joe Monitos and all this kind of stuff that people collect now. And it ain't just kids, man. I said this yesterday.
No, not at all.
I collected cards as a kid, but I got bored with it, and they saturated the market with all this stuff. That's because you have so many grown-ups. This is big business for a lot of people. And I mean, look what we have now, like massive conventions for memorabilia and collectibles and stuff. And so, man, it's big business, and we're going to be out at 24/7 Church in the gym. Rudy says that's still church property, and so I'm supposed to behave.
That's still church.
Respect the Lord. I'll respect the Lord in 2K24. So we're going to do our show from 2 to 4 on Saturday. I'm going to get there a little bit early so I can do some shopping for Christmas early. So yeah, come out and see us at the Alamo Card Show. Presented by my buddy Jeff Slaughter and many others on Saturday from 2 to 4. I'll keep pimping that out. All right. Also, don't want to hear no. Go ahead.
What? You don't want to hear what? Go ahead. You don't want to hear what?
I don't want to hear. So Rudy, you have established yourself as you are the non-Spurs homer on this show. I can get home.
I deserve thanks. I want San Antonio to kneel before me and thank me.
Okay.
Thank me, Spurs fans, not San Antonio.
Holding into a higher standard.
Yes.
And clearly hurt us. Okay.
Yes. This is Peyton Manning. This is LeBron James. We called him LeBron James King with no rings for 8 years. For 8 years. King with no rings. We talk shit about him. We touched him up. When is he going to win? What is this? What chosen one? All this shit. We lost games on purpose for this young man for 2 years. We moved and traded pieces for 2 years to get this man. And then y'all come in here after he has 12 points and 7 fouls and pat him on the ass. It's going to be okay. No, it's not. Get your shit together and keep it together. You're 7-5. We lost games for 2 years. We let Derek White go. We let DeJounte Murray go. Stay on top of your shit, Wemby. Hey, the 50, I will applaud from the stands. Like, hey, bravo, standing ovation. 34, I don't give a shit about that. You supposed to do that. You 7-5. Everybody and their mama wanted you. This is, and guess what? Wemby wants it this way. Wemby wants it this way. He don't want y'all, oh man, he had a rough game. They didn't pass him the ball. I feel so bad for this. No. It's going to take somebody in this city with balls and a voice and a following like we have to hold this kid's feet to the fire as he wants to be great. He wants to be. Remember he said, hey, a lot of guys I looked up to, I found out they don't work hard, so I don't really respect them. Standing ovation. But guess what? When you have 12 points and 6 fouls, I'm going to be on your ass, sir. And because I know that's what he wants to be coached hard. He wants to be criticized. He don't want to be patted on the ass when he plays average. He should not be playing average. Yeah, you're going to have some off nights, but there should never be that morning where I come in here and he has less than 25 points. That's not too much to ask.
It's not. What I don't want to get us into, or you can do what you want, but what I'm trying to avoid is the overreaction. Not that you're overreacting, anybody. I'm trying not to overreact to every night.
Like, why not? Mike, we waited 3 years for this.
He's 20 years old, man.
Oh, here you go. What happened to Mr. I'm not a soft parent? Where is he? Is he in the room? Is he behind you?
Well, you have to be fair. There's a fairness. There's a difference between being a stern parent and a dictator, an authoritarian. So last night, Wemby had 50. He dropped half a hundy, a new career high.
Standing ovation.
In a 139-130 ass whooping over the terrible Washington Wizards. He's the 4th youngest player ever to have half a hundy in a game.
Damn.
He's the tallest player ever to have 50 points in a game. And to back Rudy and Wemby, if Wemby were sitting in this room with us, he'd be agreeing with everything Rudy's preaching. Wemby said last night, it's great and he appreciates it, but he wants nights like last night to become the norm where we take that. He wants us to take him for granted. The way we took Tim for granted all those years. When I first got here, it was funny.
Bro.
I got here in 2007, so Tim had already been in the league 10 years. And
right.
It was funny because we always took Tim for granted. It's like, oh, the Spurs, they beat Oklahoma City last night. Tony Parker had 19 points and 15 assists, and Manu was awesome off the bench. And Matt Bonner even hit 2 big threes, and it was a good game, and the Spurs won. Oh, and Tim had 20 and 19 and 7 blocks. Anyway, so the Spurs play the Lakers. It's like we always just took Timmy for granted because Timmy was 25 and 15 every night. And so you're like, oh, man, Roger Mason was terrific last night. Yeah, but did you see that Tim had 30 and 20? You know, that's Tim. So let's talk about Roger Mason. And that's where Wemby wants it to get with him, where 30 and 15, that's of course. He wants us to highlight, wow, Steph Castle showed a lot of improvement last night. Oh, yeah, and Wemby had 37. But anyway, let's talk about Steph and Castle. That's what Wemby wants. He wants what you're saying. He's with you.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's
he's
all
with
I'm
you
saying.
on it. He's with you.
That's all. Right.
Yeah,
and again,
sure.
I'm not crazy. The one thing I did not like, and I'm a nitpick, is I don't like giving up 130 points. I know in today's NBA, it's not like before. We're not going to hold teams under 100. It's just almost impossible with the volume of threes teams take. But I'm not crazy about giving up 130 to the Wizards at home. But no, Wemby, I mean, again, this is that, like, again, there's about 10 guys in all of sports, you know, over the last 30 years that we should be expecting greatness from. You know, you got your Bryce Harpers, your A-Rods, your LeBrons, your Peyton Mannings, your Andrew Lucks. There's a few guys that have come through. Like, not every number one pick is created equal. This was different. The half of the league, the bottom half of the league, the 14 through 30, were all trying everything they could to get this kid. So it comes with different expectations. This is probably the most important pick in Spurs franchise history. Now, when they got Tim, keep in mind, Dave faked a back injury and lost a bunch of games. They were already good. They were going to Western Conference Finals with David Robinson. To me, Tim, yes, it was an important pick, but it was gravy. It put them over the top. And Tim ended up being the greatest player of his era for 20 years. But they were already making it to Western Conference Finals, like one game away from Western Conference Finals multiple times. This shit could stay in the tank. If they don't get Wemby, this shit stays in the tank for 10, 20 years. Ask the Bulls, ask the Celtics, ask the Lakers.
Yep.
So this is probably the most important pick in their franchise history. Yes, I'm going to ride him when he plays half-ass. And in the start of the season, he had a couple of those games where I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're Wemby. Act like it. And that comes with time. Like, I remember when KD got the Golden State, Steve Kerr was like, you're KD. Stop trying to fit in. Shoot the ball. Lead us. Do you. Like, Wemby, we're okay if you shoot 16 threes, bro. Everybody's going to get over it or they're going to get out. That's why we brought you here. I'm not saying be a ball hog or be Kobe, but I'm saying we're going to live with you. We're going to live and die with you.
Yeah,
Kyrie up there with, you know what I mean? Kyrie up there with Luka. Yes, Kyrie's going to get his shots, but they're going to live and die with Luka. Luka understands that. Luka takes some bad shots here and there. They live with that. They made it to a finals. They made it to 2 Western Conference Finals this way. So, Wemby, be you. 3 years. Do you, sir.
Him last night was 18 of 29 shooting, 6 rebounds and 3 blocks in just 32 minutes on the floor. He had 50 in 32 minutes.
That's the most impressive part.
He's the first player in the history of the NBA with 23 pointers. And so remember how he was Wemby can't shoot, he can't make shots, he's struggling. And the Spurs kept telling him what you're saying. Don't matter. Keep shooting him. Keep shooting him. Keep shooting him. So he's the first player in the history of the NBA with 23 pointers and 13 blocks over a 3-game span.
Gosh damn.
He's got 23s and 13 blocks in the last 3 games. Nobody has ever done that, ever. For his career, which is 1 season and how many ever games we played this year, Wemby has now recorded a 50-point game, a 5-5 game, and a 10-block game. Only 3 guys ever can lay claim to that. Anthony Davis, Hakeem Olajuwon, and David Robinson. It took Wemby 83 career games to record his first 50-point game, the 4th fewest games needed to get to 50 since the NBA-ABA merger in 76-77. For those that say that, he's not been making threes, they damn sure starting to fall lately. So as of right now, Wembanyama currently has made more threes on the season than Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Grady Dick, James Harden, Karl Anthony Towns.
Grady who?
Grady Dick. Just wanted to say Grady Dick on the show. He's made more threes than Steph Curry.
Okay. Can I have one more?
But he's struggling and he needs to get his shit together.
Can I have one more nitpick? Just one more.
You do, Papa.
I'm not gonna tolerate less than 10 rebounds a game. Currently sits 14th. Currently sits 14th in the league in rebounds.
You mean to tell me it's the Rudy window?
You mean to tell me Nikola Jokic, who can't jump over a curb, Domantas Sabonis, who you just dominated the other night, Karl Anthony soft ass Towns, somebody named Walker Kessler, DeAndre Ayton, Yosef Nurkic, Vucevic. These people should not be averaging more rebounds than you. I'm not asking you to be top 5, Wemby, but I'm asking you to average 10. That's not unfair. Well, where is he at? I'm going to make sure I'm get this right. He's averaging, right now he's averaging 10.2. Last night he only had 6, so I'm cool with this. He's averaging 10, so I'm cool with that, but
he was
6 rebounds. Yeah, 6 rebounds is unacceptable, sir.
Right. Here are the youngest.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, get your shit together, you overrated 20-year-old monster. Continues to do things no one's ever done. How dare you not get your shit together?
I know, right?
Here are the youngest players in the history of the league to score 50.
Okay.
Let's see. Brandon Jennings back in 2009 had a 55-point game when he was 20. LeBron twice had 50 points in a game, but by the time he was 20. Devin Booker. So LeBron twice, Brandon Jennings, Devin Booker, and Victor Wembanyama, youngest guys ever to get to 50 in a game.
Wait, did you say LeBron had 2 before he was 50?
Had 2 50-point games before his 21st birthday.
Hey, Wemby, that's your goal, sir. Get your shit. Get your shit. No, you know what? I know a part of Pop sitting at home, and we're gonna get to Pop definitely. Sitting at home, cringed a little bit seeing him shoot 16 threes and 29 shots. Like, that's not even in Tim's 2 MVP days. He wasn't getting up 30 shots. You know what I mean? It's a little.
It's a new time.
But the thing I will say about Pop is I've seen him change his stripes more than once. I've seen him adapt to the 3 ball. I've seen him adapt to letting Tony Parker dominate.
Sure.
Like, he's gone through these changes. So, but I know that was tough for him.
For sure.
30 shots is a lot. That's a lot of shots. I like it. I don't know how much my guy Greg likes it.
Right. LG, I've seen 2 people donate money. Somebody had, Mike with that rando 547 earlier.
Drew Show.
Oh, yeah, Drew Show with his random 547. We'll take it, Drew. Thank you. Andy just donated $49.99 to the cause. How about that? Since I couldn't top on Twitch, I'll come back to the more prominent platform. Love you all hard. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Viva la France. Sacre bleu. Thank you.
He's an American right now, Andy. Screw France.
He's an Americanu. He's a Texan, damn it.
He's a Texan.
And again, and I also want to avoid, it's going to be hard
to
do, every time he has one of these big games, always like, okay, let's talk about his legacy already. Like I was saying the other day.
I don't want to talk about his legacy.
Legacy talk every night.
No, we're not doing that.
But last night was obviously last night.
That's different. That's like was different.
Nina asked me last night. So who is he going to wind up being? I mean, is he going to be up there mentioned with Jordan and Kobe and LeBron? I'm like, well, baby, he plays different positions. It's a new league. He's not. He says, no. What's his floor?
Well,
I don't know what. Well, his ceiling is what's the best he can do. Nina was wanting to know what's the worst you expect him to be.
So not be called a bust.
Well, you know what I told her? I right now. I mean, you want me to hold Wemby to a higher standard? I am. Right now, as I sit here, and that's the reason I'm so confident, and I just let all this early criticism in his career just kind of go by me, is because I'm so confident that he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I am. I think his floor, at worst, he's David Robinson. That's what I was telling Nina. Like, if you rank every player, it's hard to do because of positioning. If we rank everybody, where's Wemby going to be? I said, well, I mean, at worst, he's the next David Robinson.
Well, that's a compliment.
Because he's gonna have more 50-point games.
Well, that's a compliment. Like, you ask around people during that time, who was that? Rasheed Wallace was on someone's podcast, and he said, "I'd never seen anything like David Robinson." Keep in mind, David Robinson was on the original Dream Team. David Robinson,
sure.
Hakeem Olajuwon, who went on to win the finals. The Portland Trailblazers, who went on to play Michael Jordan. Like, and he was with, no disrespect, a few dudes getting teams to Western Conference Finals. So if he's David Robinson, that's a compliment, but it ain't gonna be enough. He has to win rings. At worst, he needs to be Joker. Couple of MVPs.
Oh, for sure.
A couple of MVPs.
He was asking about just players, not rings.
I think. He at worst he needs to be Joker, like a guy that's clearly the best player in the league for 4 or 5 years. What Joker's been. Been to an NBA Finals, won an NBA Finals, won a Finals MVP. He's won now 2 or 3 regular season MVPs. That, to me, when this with what is the hype surrounding him, barring injury, as every take is, I need him at worst to be Joker. And I'm not talking about how they play. I'm talking about resume.
Right.
At worst, I'm not going to ask him to be Tim. I don't think that's fair. That's like Tim's in another stratosphere.
Correct.
Yeah, Tim's in another stratosphere. Like, really, when you really, like, people always go, well, Tim's the best power forward of all time. No, Tim's one of the best basketball players of all time. Like, people put that power for, like, take the tag off. Take that tag. I love it. Okay, cool. Yeah. We know that. That's like saying he's black. No shit. Right. He's one of the best basketball players ever. I ain't going to put that on him.
Right.
but I am going to be riding him.
See, shout out to someone who just bought 33 coffees for us. Thank you, man. I
Yep,
like
he
my.
says, you got it.
Go
He says,
ahead. Say
I
it.
like my presidents like I like my guns, 45s and 47s.
You bet your ass. Hey, he gave us money though. 33 coffees. They buy shoes too, Rudy. Remember?
Did he say, was it 33?
33 coffees.
45, 47.
I like it. I love it. I love all the numbers play. As long as we making
What's a
money,
40?
y'all can do whatever y'all want. Y'all can
Hey,
deliver it in pennies. Shit, you don't pay us, we good.
yeah. Hey, you gun nuts. I've heard of a 45. What the hell's a 47?
Don't ask
Talk to me. I
Ask
don't know, you
someone.
gun nuts. I don't
Someone,
know.
what's
What
a
the hell's
47?
what's a 47?
All right. Well, anyway, I do want to get to Pop before we get done today, but
Yeah, let's do it.
I think David is the touchstone for Wemby. Can he be better than David? Yeah, I think so, and I think David would say that too. But David's who he at worst he's the next David Robinson. At best, he's closer to Timmy. But that's just I'm enjoying
Because of his God-given attributes.
correct. Let's just enjoy things.
Because of his God-given
No.
attributes, he should be better than David.
Correct. And now all of a sudden in his second year, he's lost his coach. He's got new guys coming in. So let this stuff play out. Which, speaking of that, before we get into it, by the way,
Oh.
Spurs Talk this morning brought to you by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store of In the Building. They got 6 in San Antonio, 1 up in Barney. Many of them have those margaritas to go, and they all have 5% off when you mention In the Building. And they all have these sweet November specials, including Casillero del Diablo. They got Cabernet, Pinot Noir, Merlot, and Malbec all on sale. I've had the red before. It's good. You can get any one of these bottles for just $9.99, but you can get 2 for only $14.99, which is a great hookup in November, part of the specials. What's the whiskey and the tequila?
That is Redemption Rye. Rye got a little bit more
Mhm.
kick on it. Only $24.99, and that good old 818 Tequila Reposado, $34.99. And don't forget your lit kits. And there's plenty of other great liquors in there mentioned In the Building for that
Mhm.
5% off.
Yep, got a big fight tomorrow night, so people will go get a lit kit. That's a cool thing to have if you're having like a fight watch party. Get you a little lit
Yeah.
kit from Texas.
I have
Cheer.
one. I have one. I'm saving it for Thanksgiving. I got the
Okay.
Hulk smash. I got the Hypnotic and Hennessy one. Of course, Rudy got the Hypnotic and Hennessy.
You said that. I mean,
But you were thinking it, Mike. I could read it right through your brain. I saw it. You were like, of course Rudy got that.
Hey man,
I
where's the
saw it.
rum?
I saw it. I saw it right here. Right here. You said it.
what
Tell me
did
you
I
didn't say
do?
it under your breath. Tell me you
I
didn't say,
didn't
of
say
course
that
Rudy
under
got
my breath.
Yes, you
I like Tennessee. Hennessy. I like Hennessy.
did.
I've never had Hypnotique. Is it hypnotic? It's got a Q at the end.
It's Hypnotic.
We always have to change the spelling to make it cool. Let's put a Q
Yeah.
at the end of it. Jeez.
Right.
Anyhow, I don't give a shit what y'all buy. Just make sure you mention In the Building when you do it at Texas Cheer and get you 5% off. All right.
Right.
Man, this is a hard one. I don't want to make light of it, but I don't want to act like
No.
he's on his deathbed either.
Right.
We're just all kind of. I think we're kind of relieved. We finally, at least for the last 2 weeks, the Spurs have told us nothing about Pop, and even though it's not good, what happened to him, at least now we know something, so we can process it. So Greg Popovich, who's now been out a full 2 weeks plus, they finally let us know that medical incident that happened before a game a couple of weeks ago was indeed what I suspected, a mild stroke. Man, but they also say he's expected to make a full recovery. And Mitch Johnson, the interim coach, was even joking last night. Pop's been texting his ass, why are we committing so many turnovers? And that's a
I
good
love
thing.
it.
I'm glad.
I love
it's
it.
good to hear. Thank you, Isaac
I
the
love
third. Just gave $20 in the super chat. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that, homie.
Rudy
Appreciate the
speaking
honor.
facts about Tim.
Mhm. Been saying
Been
for years
saying
he's one of the best. Period. Yeah. So, I think Pop would agree too. I mean, Wemby's ceiling. They want Wemby to be a cornerstone franchise.
Gosh,
We're wanting a
yes.
statue out front of the building.
Gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Gosh, yes.
They tanked for 3 years to bring in this kid, but they're going to be patient with him, and They're not going to whip his ass every night because he is 20 years old and now he's lost his coach, and I don't know how long for. Pop
Now,
will
when you have a
continue to.
stroke, Mike, there's
Mhm.
you like some motor skills sometimes.
Could
Like
be, yeah,
I don't,
could
I'm
be.
not very versed in
No, me neither.
if it's severe, mild. I'm guessing because they say it's mild. That's why they're expecting full recovery. Because I know some people, have strokes and it's a long recovery. But I'm thinking those are more on the severe side versus this one, according to the Spurs, on the mild side.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, it's all speculative. Less than 5 people in the world knew what happened to him. I'm not even sure guys on the team really knew what was up with him. Honestly,
Well, I
my
think, I
opinion.
think, I think. Remember, we were talking about this the other day, and I was like, someone asked when we know the real story about Pop, and I was like, I don't know if we'll ever know. Well, to me, I feel like yesterday because I looked at their timelines. I
Hmm.
looked at Sham's timeline, and then I looked at the Spurs timeline, and the Spurs released that information 1 minute before Shams did. And the way I'm thinking it goes down, just
Hmm.
being in this business for a while, I think Shams told them, hey, he gave them the heads up, like, hey, I know what's going on. I'm going to, I'm going to go ahead and run with this, but I'm going to give y'all the opportunity. Because they were literally, because when I checked their timelines, the Spurs was 35 minutes ago, Shams was 34.
Hmm.
So I think Shams kind of said, hey, just so y'all know, I'm running with this. And so the Spurs probably like, well, gosh damn it, now we got it to now, because why not tell us that a week ago if you wanted to tell us? I don't think they
Right.
wanted to. I think there's been a mole in the Spurs organization for quite some time, which they didn't have a problem with before. But there's a mole, and Shams and Woj have access to this mole. And Shams got that information and told them, "Hey, I'm gonna run with this, but I'll give y'all the opportunity to build it out there first." Because I highly, highly doubt they wanted this information out, just because Pop is such a private person when it comes to things
Hmm.
like this, and doesn't want everybody worried about him. That's just who the guy he is.
Right. The obvious
Again, that's just me
questions now.
speculating.
No, it's all good. No, it's all we can do. And the obvious questions, and again, all we can do is speculate on the answers. The questions I have are: is he ever going to coach again? The other question is, why would he? You're
Mm.
75. You've now had a stroke. Why not pack it in and just chill?
Damn, you trying to send it? You trying to keep him at home, Mike? You want him out?
Kinda, you know, dude. If I'm 75 and I have a stroke, I don't. Pop's probably reevaluating everything at this point, and the Spurs would be wise to evaluate the future too at this point.
I think I think the older you get, the more you fear not doing anything. I mean, Doc Garrett tell you motion is lotion.
Sure, but
And
staying up all night,
I
traveling
don't
on
know, man.
planes all the time.
I don't know. Is it? I mean,
Can he
I
just
don't know,
go
Mike.
old man power walk on the river walk? Does he need to be? See, but this is all Pop's ever done, though. I wouldn't be
Right.
shocked at all if he's back next week. It's kind of like he's Willie Nelson. It's all he does. You and I have talked about this before. When Aaron passed, he sold the big house and moved to the inner city. I don't
Hmm.
want to say where, so he can be closer to the arena, and he's got his little bubble there with his favorite restaurants, and he downsized, and it's what keeps him going. The ability to coach. He said 2 years ago when they had that shitty team, I've never had more fun coaching because I know we're going to lose all the games. I'm just out here coaching, having fun, trying to develop kids, and it's been fun. It's been rejuvenating for me. And then all of a sudden they get Wembanyama. Pop wants to see Wemby at least for 3 seasons. So it wouldn't shock me at all if Pop does come back to coach. Now, health wise, they say he's going to be just fine. The question is he going to keep coaching? It wouldn't shock me if he does, of course, and because it's what he does. I've said for years, the minute Willie Nelson stops touring, Willie won't make it 6 months because it's what keeps him going. But there's also a point in time where you have to be smart. Maybe in his particular case, maybe it's in his best health interest long term if he does go ahead and hang it up, man. So the Spurs will get it litigated. They'll figure it out. They have. They've.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have. They've talked about this. And so at this point, it's all speculative. My question for you is: are you comfortable with Mitch Johnson as the coach in the event Pop does not come back. Mitch is a rising dude. This is an on-the-job training thing he's got here for a team trying to develop the next great superstar and trying to get to the playoffs. It's a hell of a on-the-job training for Mitch. But so far, I mean, he seems like he can handle the gig.
I like what I'm seeing from Castle under Mitch. Castle feels a little bit more free, and Mitch is giving Castle a little more rope. I like the aggressiveness with Wemby under Mitch, but ultimately for me, I'm going with whatever Victor wants. If Victor gives him the vote of confidence, then I'm going to ride with him. Because there was at one point, Eric Spoelstra was Mitch, and LeBron was begging Pat Riley to come down out the front office, and Pat Riley said no. Nick Nurse ended up winning a title with the Raptors coming from the G League. So I don't want to write Mitch off just because he's not some big name coach, which is what we kind of hoped for Wemby, because
the dude
at some point, perfect example.
When
perfect example. Missoula. Like it would have been easy for them to be like, oh, we're gonna go get whoever, Rick Carlisle. We're gonna steal Rick Carlisle. He used to be a Celtic. We'll steal Rick Carlisle from Indiana. Whatever the case may be. So I don't want to write Mitch off. And I like some of the things I'm seeing as the Spurs are doing under him. But at the same time, if my guy Victor ever doesn't feel like this is the right man for the job, Coach Killer's got to be on your resume. Coach Killer's going to be on your resume at some point. It happens to a lot of people. Happens to a bunch of players. Like, hey, man, it's just what this guy just ain't getting. David Black was #1 in the East. And they got his ass out of there, bring in Ty Lue, and they go win a championship. So whatever Victor wants is what I'm cool with.
Show
which is crazy to say.
By Jay Ribaldo, the official real estate agent of In the Building. Jay is our man, whether you are looking to buy a residence, sell one. Maybe you're looking to buy a commercial property, sell one. Jay Ribaldo is a real estate tycoon here in the greater Bexar County area. Absolutely our honor to serve your family. The man is a good dude. And I can attest to that.
Great dude.
Not that I need
Great
to be
dude.
doing business. We don't need to be in business with great dudes. You know, I don't want to be in business with scumbags. But isn't it cooler when people we're in business with just turn out to be really just good dudes, just good people.
Absolutely.
Jay is he's got to be awesome at what he does, you know, and he is. But it absolutely helps that he's a good dude. Jay is transparent. Every time I have a question, he don't even reply with a text. He calls me. He's so thorough when it comes to following up, like just how he's handled our partnership, you know, on our show. I can imagine how far he goes to serve his clients.
Well said.
That are doing business with him. And this is our guy. And this is his new listing right now. You can see all of Jay's listings on his Facebook page. Just listed a really nice, beautiful house up in Universal City. Lots of square foot, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath for just $307. That's a $600 house in Travis County. But here, it's been listed for just $307 and change. Hit Jay up for that if you need to. Or whether it's that home you're interested in or any home you might be interested in, anything real estate with Jay, 210-887-1081. You can email him at jribaldo@kw.com or go to his website. It's really nice. It's ribaldo.com. Ribaldo.com. All right. I wanted to say something about Chris Paul. It's very ironic. There's an ironic situation here with Chris because of Pop being out. Chris Paul took a leap of faith, decided to not chase a ring, decided to come down to San Antonio and help develop Wemby. And Chris, to his credit, wanted to play for Pop. How many superstars in the last 30 years have all said, "Oh, I'd love to play for Pop"? Okay, why don't any of y'all ever come down here? You know,
right? Great.
Chris
point.
Still has not won a ring, but made the decision. I want to play with Pop, and I want to play with this kid. And it's what's ironic about it is that Chris has hardly gotten to play for Greg Popovich. You know, we're a month into the season, and now Pop's on a leave of absence over the stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And so poor Chris is like, well, damn, there goes Pop. However, it sure is nice as you and I debate whether or not Mitch Johnson can handle the head coaching job going forth. Don't you know Mitch is grateful to have Chris on the roster?
Oh, gosh.
Chris really is kind of an assistant player coach at this point in his career.
Yeah, Chris Paul will probably be a really good basketball coach at some point. Point guards make better coaches. I don't make the rules. It just is what it is. But
Yeah.
11,
So it's nice to have Chris. It's ironic that he didn't get to play for Pop long, but it's fantastic and coincidental that we do have him because Pop's out. It helps Mitch's
yeah,
job, helps Mitch's
and
life.
he had the largest plus minus on the floor last night, plus 24 when Chris Paul was on the floor last night.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a great job. It's a great crutch to have for Mitch.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And Chris is, he's 40. He's not the same dude, but from the neck up, he's as knowledgeable as he's ever been. He's lost physical ability, but getting old brings knowledge, and that dude still brings that same murder face that he always has every time he plays. He's got that swag. He's Gary Payton. He's whatever younger Gen Xers are, whatever came after Gen X. Our Gary Payton, that's their Chris Paul. And
Right.
Thank God he's on the team, making Mitch's life easier. All right, let's do some punches today, shall we? It's People I Want to Punch, presented by the law office of Orlando Kell. Anybody you need to throw down today?
You go first.
All right, I got an easy one. I want to punch all men that have a unibrow and refuse to shave the damn thing.
But it grows back weird, Mike, and you can see a shadow.
So keep shaving it then. Keep shaving it.
Who has
It's
a unibrow?
Well, so Nina and I were in a restaurant not long ago, and our waiter, he was a great kid. He was probably 25. A great waiter. Very, very hospitable. Very on point. Kept my tea filled. Kept checking on me. Did a great job. Made sure the food got out quickly. But I was disturbed by his massive unibrow. He looked like Fozzie Bear from the Muppets. Then I'm getting coffee day before yesterday, and the kid couldn't have been nicer. Under 25, super sweet. Thanks for coming in. How can I help you? Oh, man, I want to get a cappuccino. No problem. What's your name? Mike. You got it. He's making it right away. He's singing. He's all hopped up on caffeine himself, and he's doing a great job. Except for he had this damn skunk, or whatever you want to call this, across his forehead. Is it a thing that young people now, young men?
No. Well, first of all,
men have a problem. Men are struggling anyway in this country. Young men are big time, unlike at any time in history. And having a freaking unibrow does not help the cause. If you're a dude, you have a unibrow, shave it. You look like a fucking idiot. Just saying. Sorry to cuss, but he does. Jeez.
But who can even grow one?
Anthony Davis looks like an idiot. Still, after all these years, he looks like an idiot.
I don't have any pores right there. I have
Every
wrinkles.
once in a while, I'll start to get a couple little twinkies right here.
And you pluck them?
You damn right, man. I got a little manscaper. Zzz, I shave them things, dude. I ain't having that. I've also noticed hair starting to grow out of my ear. I pull that.
Oh,
shit
now
out.
that's old man shit. Yeah, that's old man shit.
I pull that shit out.
If you got hair coming out your ears, that's weird.
I just couldn't fathom having a unibrow at 50 years old. You're 25, 24 years old, prime of your life. This should be your prime girl chasing years. And your ass has got a caterpillar across your eyeballs. You look like an idiot. Shave the unibrow. Stop it. It's madness. You look like a Nazi member of the Axis of Evil walking around like that. Stop it. You look like a weirdo. So punch yourself. All right, who you punching? Anybody today?
Yeah, it's becoming like it's becoming like your Jerry Jones punches, and I'm sure people are gonna get mad at me at some point. But I think they're legit punches.
Okay,
punch the Los Angeles Lakers again.
Punch the Lakers.
So according to Brian Windhorst, and this is the shit that drives me crazy about LeBron and his aura. So they moved Bronny down to the G League, but they're not going to make him travel. He's only going to play home games with the
Are
G
you
League
serious?
team. I'm dead serious, bro.
Come on, man.
Like, it has nothing to do with me. He earned this on his own. You don't got to, like, that's the worst part of the G League. Like, they're not flying private. You know what I mean? They're not staying in the Waldorf Astoria or whatever the 5-7 star hotel is.
Right.
And you want us to believe that you got nothing to do with this. Like, I don't care that you're doing it. Again, I think props to you. The most powerful man maybe in sports history. But stop pissing on me and telling me it's raining and you're not pulling these strings. Like, hey, hey, JJ, you can move him down to G League, but he ain't traveling like that. My son
Yes,
eats at
sir.
7-star restaurants.
Yes, sir, Master LeBron.
And Jeannie Buss is a part of the problem too, because Jeannie knows she's getting LeBron at a discount. She probably should be paying LeBron $100 million a year. He's worth that. He's like 4 triple doubles, overrated stat, but 4 straight triple double. 39 years old, still must see TV. But just stop telling me that you didn't get him drafted and you got nothing to do with this, and stop criticizing him and leave him alone. Let him be a kid. When y'all pull shit like this,
Ridiculous.
You only playing in the home games? How's he supposed to get better? Like, if the goal is to actually, first of all, you didn't put him on a 2-way. They gave him $7 million. And then now, hey, by the way, he ain't going on the road with y'all. He ain't eating French toast with y'all bums. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, dog. When Windhorse said that, he was like, Windhorse is like, yes, nepotism, but I don't care. Because, of course, Windhorse is here where he is because of LeBron. So he has to watch what he says, because LeBron pretty much made his career just like he made Skip Bayless's career. Skip Bayless is filthy rich because of the Cowboys and LeBron. So he's made a lot of people rich. So we all got to watch what we say, but this is bullshit.
Totally.
So punch Jeannie Buss, even though she's a female. Punch JJ Redick, and punch LeBron for lying to us and saying this ain't got nothing to do with him. So sorry for punching the Lakers so much in the last month.
In his fatherly love, he's going to wind up turning Bronny into a douchebag.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? Michael Jordan rode in the bus when he was in the minor leagues. Granted, he bought a bus for the team that was awesome.
Yeah.
But he still rode. Hey, LeBron, just buy him a brand. Make their travel life easier. But he don't have to travel. Fuck out of here. That's bullshit.
That's such bullshit.
So
yeah, punch the Lakers again.
Had fate changed and went another way, had only that not happened to Kobe, there ain't no way Kobe is telling whoever Gianna's playing for in the WNBA or whatever, no road games. Kobe makes her pay her dues.
Kobe's first 3 years, he sat on the bench because of Dale Harris' sorry ass, and he just kept working. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Jelly Bean didn't say, "Hey, Kobe needs to be starting." Now, he didn't have LeBron's power, but even if he did, you're right about that. The enabling that goes on that organization, they're the Dallas Cowboys of the NBA.
Yes, right now.
Yeah. Right now. Now, they win a championship every once in a while.
Right.
But in the last 3 years or so, as they've been bad, first-round ousters every year, they tell me what the difference between the Cowboys and the Lakers in the last 3 years is what?
Nothing.
No leadership, no accountability. Tulsa State Fair Skyride just bought us a coffee. Can you bring back the Jerry Jones drop saying the M word? That soccer guy Maradona drifting away. He's talking about that old drop.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember.
He says, bring back the Jerry Jones drop.
Yeah.
Saying the M word, or that soccer guy Maradona drifting away.
Yeah.
Yes, LG. I finally got demolished, sadly, even after being designated as historical.
Oh, they tore it down. Oh, poor Ferris wheel.
They tore down the Tulsa State Skyride, made by the same people who built the one here at Brackenridge.
Wow.
Some dude, Rudy, for the last few years has been giving us money, but he's calling himself the Tulsa State Fair Skybridge, the most random thing ever. Trying to save it from demolishment. Yeah, it finally got torn down. Thank God. It
got torn down?
Yeah, so he's dead. That's the ghost of the bridge checking in with us today. Thank you for the money. All right, it's Orlando Kell. Thank you for the support, Orlando. Call this man if you need a family lawyer. And that could mean anything. It could mean you're getting divorced. Maybe you need to file against her. You've been filed against. Maybe you're considering it. Against. Maybe you are considering it. It's a tough time. Maybe you've already gotten divorced, but y'all need to update your decree. Somebody's got a new job, money status has changed, living quarters have changed, whatever it might be. And maybe she runs off with your kids and moves them out of the country, whatever it may be. Orlando Kills our guy. Call him if you need a family lawyer. God forbid you ever do, but if you do, you've got a Thunderdomer on your side. 210-775-4995, or you can email Orlando directly, orlandokilllaw@gmail, orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. Saint Laurent.
Yeah,
What's
go
up?
ahead.
Read that one, Rudy. Read that
Some
post.
cash to split. $99. Appreciate that. Some cash to split. Let's get Mike's kids a Gatorade and a bus ticket. Sorry. And a plane ticket. Have beads go to Rudy's country club membership. Yeah, Rudy will never just be the token black guy. Sorry, it's a compliment. Don't yell at me like Drew Show. I know what you mean. No, I'm not. They say I'm not affirmative action. I'm actually qualified. So I know what you meant. Thank you for the
Yeah,
money,
Rudy's
brother.
highly qualified for the position
Yeah.
he currently holds. All right. You were
Did
going to
y'all
rip
see?
on triple doubles
Who?
and shit. Or do I see what?
Did y'all see Denzel and his tour, promoting Gladiator 2, that he's
No.
gonna be in he's gonna be in Black Panther 3.
Really?
Yeah, which what was weird to me
Okay.
with the Black Panther thing? Like, okay, T'Challa died, but how many superheroes have died and they bring back? They bring them back in some way, shape, or form. Like, why couldn't we bring T'Challa back? But anyway, Denzel says he's gonna be in Black Panther 3, and they're saying TMZ, according to TMZ, that Denzel kissed the dude in Gladiator 2, but the producers cut it.
Huh.
Which
Is Denzel going to have an African accent? And
I think he's playing the dude that did Switch Hit. No? Who
in
is he playing?
Gladiator?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I thought he was
In-
playing a switch hitter.
In Roman times, they didn't give a damn. They knew nobody was getting. They knew nobody was getting pregnant. That was safe. Safe sex was man sex in the days of the Romans.
Who told you that?
History books.
What do you mean?
Oh, dude, there was not a lot of there weren't a lot of rules in the days of the Roman Empire when it came to that topic. At all. You saw the first Gladiator, right? Remember when he offered? He's like, "What do you need, Spaniard?"
Oh yeah,
boy. He said it all, boy. Like,
he did say that.
Remember?
Damn,
a boy, not a man, but a boy. Okay, it's weird. Somebody says he was reborn in the name with a son at the end of the movie T'Challa. Oh, is he T'Challa's offspring? Is that who Denzel's playing? Maybe it's years in the future.
No, I don't know who it's gonna be, but he was on tour saying he's gonna be in Black Panther 3. So
okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm in. Anyway. I didn't see 1. I did see 2, and I thought it was good.
I'm worried about Gladiator 2. I love Denzel, but
me too.
Gladiator is one of those ones that you don't mess with, but it looks good.
Right. It does. I mean, it does. Is it the same director, LG? Do you know? Is it Ridley Scott? Is that who did the first
I believe so.
Gladiator? Okay. Well, that's
if it's
that's
Ridley, then that gives me hope.
That's a good thing. No, although there's no Russell Crowe. Is Joaquin Phoenix in this second one? Probably not, because it's in the future.
I think that's who I thought the role of Denzel is gonna be. I don't know.
Wait, Joaquin got killed. Duh. What am I thinking?
Yeah, Joaquin died.
We got San Antonio's own Pedro Pascal.
Ah, yes, that's right. By way of Peru.
Pedro I love him. I love Pedro Pascal.
See, I like him too, actor. Man. Yeah, he's awesome. Well, I'm leaning towards seeing it now at this point.
Scott's directing it.
Okay, very
he
good.
Is? Oh, okay. Well, if it's Ridley Scott, I got faith.
Yep.
Oh, LG, how convenient. You got an all Spurs gear after Wemby goes for 50.
Isn't that nice?
I've got the sun god behind me. Wemby and the sun god, the two greatest beings on the planet Earth today.
Who is that? What is the sun god? A woman?
It's just a sun. It's not a god.
It's Ra. Isn't Ra the sun god?
No, it was Ra. Amun Ra. It's the lion's wide receiver.
Thanks, Mike.
Lions cup too. All right, real quick before we get out of here, don't forget we're at Alamo Card Show Saturday, 2 to 4, over at 24/7 Church. And so it's time to start thinking about the douchebag of the year. All right.
Is it?
We're going to get more into this tomorrow. Yeah, starting Monday, I'd like to. We need to. It's late, man. It's mid-November. We got to determine who the D-bag of the year is. It
All
is the
right.
annual Bagtastic Boy Challenge. Needs to commence. So be thinking ahead. If y'all want to send me lists or recommendations on who should be nominated for the D-bag of the year, get it in here now. We've had people lately start sending us names. A couple of
Okay.
them that I've gotten so far: Oscar De La Hoya, Luka Doncic, Longhorns baseball coach Jim Schlossnagle. Somebody recommended him, who turned his back on the Yankees. P. Diddy, Noah Lyles, the track star,
I like it.
Hulk Hogan, Aaron Rodgers have been requested. So starting tomorrow, we'll get into this earlier in the show. I want everybody, not all time D-bags, D-bag of the year. Like, who's been the biggest douche of 2024? Starting tomorrow, I'm going to start hammering on that. In the Christmas season, in the time to give thanks, let's talk about D-bags starting tomorrow. All right, I got to get going. I got a road trip today.
Where are you going?
I got to go to Refugio.
Where the freak is Refugio?
It is toward Corpus Christi, about a 2-hour drive out of here, so I got to get going. Orale. I've got business to do. Secret business.
You hunting mermaids?
I'm going to go look at some land. Big Al with a quick $2. Hey, it all counts.
Jake Paul. Go Mike Tyson. Let's go Iron Mike. F Jake Paul. He has enough
Jake
money.
Paul.
He's won enough in life.
Yeah, everything that Jake does from now on is gravy, man.
It's gravy.
Maybe Mike will knock the gravy out of his ass tomorrow. All right. Love y'all hard. We'll see y'all again mañana. Y'all have a good day. I got to get going. Thanks to Rudy and LG and all the donators and all of the sponsors and all of the viewers and listeners and watchers. Tell your friends and share in the building. YouTube, Spotify, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Instagram. We on all of them. See y'all mañana. Later.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.